Hey Radiant Souls, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome for the first time. My name is Heather. I'm an intuitive artist, author, animal communicator, psychic channeler, medium, and I am on a mission to empower and embolden others to connect with their divine radiant light. One of the ways I do that is through my intuitive art and through some channeling, and I have both of those things coming up for you today to talk about the energy and the frequency that my team of guides wanted to connect with and share with us for the month of April. So the word that was coming through, the theme that's coming through for April is courage. And I'll let them explain their perspective through a channeled message that I'll share with you right now. And I'll be back at the end so that we can look at the art together and talk a little bit more about the message. So enjoy the channeling. Hello, bright and beautiful beings. We are delighted to speak with you today about the topic of courage. Many of you feel that courage comes from experience. Courage comes from logic. Courage comes from analyzing the proverbial playing field and making aligned decisions based on what looks right, what feels right, what is right. Would it surprise you to look at this from a different perspective and understand that courage comes from the heart? The root of the word courage can be likened to the word cœur from French for heart. If you think of courage always coming from here instead of here, what does that free up for you? How does that help you think, I can be courageous, for I do not need to listen to my logical mind. I do not need to have so much experience, so much perspective, so much perhaps wisdom. I can be courageous, not in spite of those things, with those things as an aside, congruent with those things, but still always from the spark of my heart, from the spark of my divine radiance is where I source my courage. We like to break down the word courage also, cœur and age. What is the age of your heart? When you are feeling brave, when you are feeling courageous, if you look at children who have a lower age than many of you perhaps watching, they are very courageous. They will go forward in life somewhat haphazardly, but with much courage and so much of a brave spirit. Many times it works out well for them, sometimes it doesn't. And if you notice, that often doesn't extinguish their spark when they do have what we may classify as a failure. They keep going, they find something else, they get courageous and brave again. When is the last time you did that for yourself? When you failed, when you felt a limitation, when you felt that your own expectation of how something should go was not met, and you rise again. Rise up again and find that courage. Have the age of your heart from when you were small. This is also a great reminder for many of you to think back to 4-year-old you, 5-year-old you, 6-year-old you, 7-year-old, insert whichever young age you prefer. What did she want? What did he want? How did you see the world? Isn't it funny how when we ask children, what do you want to be when you grow up? Often they have very lofty goals. They have such an imaginative answer to that. They are not locked into the perspective of reality. Can you decouple yourself from reality just a little bit to have the wisdom of a child, the imagination of a child, and the courage of a child? Allow yourself to unlock this today for you and be brave. For with that comes so much beauty in life. We thank you for sharing this transmission with us. Be blessed, dearest friends. The age of your heart. How does that strike you? When I think of what we would have asked, 4-year-old Heather. In fact, there's this picture of me as a kid that I had a fireman's hat on. I had something else. I think I was pushing like a shopping cart. I had a little play checkout, cash register thing. And I think from my perspective, I didn't have one thing that I wanted to be. I just assumed I would try it all and do a lot of things that I kind of have in life. But their point was, the point of the guides was, when do we do that as an adult? When do we allow ourselves to be so unfettered and so unbounded that we can take the big swings at things, at life? Because often we let fear come in, we let limitation come in, we let our own expectations and our own judgments come in, and we look at this almost mathematical equation of having the right experience before we can take the next step and be courageous in something. So I think they just wanted to shake that up a bit for us and say, when can you just let go of that, the expectations, the experience, that conversation that you have with yourself, and just be courageous, be brave, be bold in what you are looking to do, what you're exploring in life. Hey Radiant Souls, Heather from the future here. While I was editing this video, I realized I forgot to mention something, and that is to invite you to learn more or register for my upcoming retreat workshop that I'm hosting in September in the mountains of North Carolina. It is a women's only retreat. It is immersive. We are staying on the same property together. It's this multi-acre property in the mountains. It's absolutely beautiful. We will be staying together for the duration of the weekend. So we get together Friday night, we have a workshop Saturday, we have a continuation of that workshop on Sunday, and then we depart on Monday. Throughout that time, multiple conversations, practicing with our abilities, with our intuition, with mediumship. It's suitable for all levels. If you're experienced, wonderful. If you're new to this world, beautiful. We're going to unlock some things together in this beautiful, intentional gathering in this community that we are going to host and be part of during that weekend. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I would love for you to check it out, learn more, register now. There are only 2 spots left, so they're not going to stick around for very long. And if you have any questions, let me know. There's some information on the page that I'll put in the description box. I would just absolutely love to host you there, and I can't wait to see you in September. Now, back to the video. The other thing they were showing me earlier this week that didn't come through in the channeling was thinking of the heart as we're moving through our ascension process, thinking of the heart as not just the chakra system that we know as the heart, but the energy there is moving. The geometry there is shifting to be this beautiful new center. Some people have been calling it the high heart. To me, when I'm witnessing it in other people, when I'm doing healing sessions and connecting with others in mediumship or whatever way through the art that I do, I'm seeing it almost as this portal, which sounds dramatic, but it's this opening that is getting larger and larger and larger and coming more into coherence, not just with our heart in a traditional sense, not just with our desires, but with the platform that is coming forward for New Earth as well. For all that we are opening into, stepping into, we need this additional energy system, this space, this high heart energy to be able to process these beautiful new frequencies. So when I think of courage as the age of the heart, I was also thinking that the age is moving up as we're going through ascension, as we're going closer to connecting with our galactic friends, meeting our spirit guides, connecting in divine wisdom with our higher selves, and all of those things, coalescing all that past life wisdom, all the stuff that we're all super interested in working on, coming into that bigger expression of the heart to have our courage. So here's the art for the month as well. If this is your first time here, you can download a digital copy of this art for free. I'll put a link in the description box below. And if you'd like it on a fine art print, there's information for that too that you can get. It just feels heart-based and ooey gooey, and I'll just leave it there so that we are having kind of a short meeting with one another today. I'll let you get back to your beautiful time that you're hopefully having today, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.